talking. It's just real talk that I believe that we all need to hear. It's I want to hit you with something straight out the gate, y'all. If you wake up in the morning and you're already don't want to do what you said you were going to do, it's not because you're busy. It's not because you don't have time. Most of the time, it's because deep down to wake you up. Because the biggest question isn't how do I get motivated? The real question is, why don't I believe I'm worth the effort? That's what you got to research. Because the main purpose in life, it's not money. It ain't clout. Ain't likes. It ain't attention. The main purpose is you. To build you. To sharpen you. To heal you. To grow you. To become the man or woman that you're supposed to be. And if you don't want to do the work for you, if you're going to keep quitting on everything else too, the truth is that nobody's coming, man. Nobody's coming to help you. That's real talk. Real talk. People want a cheat code. People want a hack. People want a video that makes them feel pumped for 10 minutes. But that's not, you don't want, what they don't want is the truth. And the truth is, man, is nobody's coming to save you. And that's what you got to figure out, man, in your head. That's what I had to figure out last year, is that nobody was coming to save you. Not your friends, not your parents, not your boss, not your pastor, not your spouse, not your followers. You might get help, you might get support, but at the end of the day, when it's 4:30 in the freaking morning, man, and it's cold outside, and your bed feels good, and your mind starts negotiating, that's you versus you. And that's where most people lose. Because when it's time to suffer just a little bit, they run. They run back to comfort. They run back to excuses. They run back to tomorrow. They run back to, I'll start on Monday. And Monday turns into next month. Next month turns into next year. Then you're older, still stuck, still mad, still blaming everybody. So let me give you a concept that changed my life. There's a thing called unchosen suffering, and there's chosen suffering, okay? Unchosen suffering is what life hits you with. Heartbreak, bills, sickness, betrayal, job stress, depression, death in the family, life not going your way. That stuff is coming whether you like it or not. But chosen suffering is what you decide to do on purpose to get stronger. Working out when you don't feel like it. Staying disciplined when nobody's watching. Studying when you're tired. Cleaning your life up. Cutting off things that poison you. You know what I'm talking about. Doing that hard conversation. Being consistent. Chosen suffering is training. Because life's going to test you. And if you never train, you're going to fold when the test comes. It's like trucking. You don't wait until you're already gone down a steep grade to learn the brakes, right? You learn before the mountain. Because when you're on that mountain, it's too late to figure it out. Either you're prepared or you crash. And that's life. Most people spend their life avoiding the middle work. They'll work a job, they'll scroll on the phone, they'll drink, they'll smoke, they'll party, they'll chase relationships, they'll chase money. But they won't sit there long enough to face themselves. So let me tell you something. You don't get better from hype, okay? You get better from going back to that mental lab. That mental job is that quiet place where you stop lying to yourself. Where you stop blaming your childhood. You stop blaming your ex. Or you start blaming your boss. Where you stop blaming people in general. And you finally say, okay, what's wrong with me? What am I avoiding? What am I scared of? What habits are killing me? What am I doing I know ain't right? That's the mental lab that I'm talking about, y'all. And it's lonely because you can't bring excuses in there. You can't bring your crowd there. You can't bring your ego there. The lab is where you get honest. Let's talk about shame. Shame is one of the biggest killers in the world. You're ashamed of what you did, ashamed of what happened to you. You're ashamed of your past, right? Ashamed that, hey man, you got addicted to something. Ashamed you failed. Ashamed you went broke. You lost everything. to me. You don't heal by hiding, okay? You heal by facing it. You got to be able to say, yeah, that happened. I did that. I went through that. But it ain't going to own me forever. I want you to face it, fix it, and make it better. That's grown man energy that I'm talking about. That's grown woman energy right there. And people love to say I need more discipline. But a lot of y'all lack discipline. You lack a clear mind. Your mind is like a crowded garage. You got junk everywhere. What junk am I talking about, y'all? I'm talking about stress, drama, bitterness, fear, overthinking, arguments, unfinished tasks, scrolling for hours. You know what I'm talking about? 10 different goals, zero structure. Then you wonder why you can't stay consistent. Because your brain has nowhere to put the discipline. You can't build a new life in a mind full of trash. You got to clean the garage, y'all. What does that mean? Okay, it means you got to get organized. Cut the noise. Stop feeding your mind nonsense all day. Stop surrounding yourself with chaos. Stop arguing with people who don't want peace. Stop living reaction-based. You need middle space. Here's the biggest thing I want you to understand. Most people, they don't quit in an hour. They quit in 1 second. That 1 second moment where your mind says, stop. Shawn, don't do that today. Skip it. Do it later. Who cares? It won't matter. That 1 second is where your future gets decided. Because in pain, you don't think logical. You think survival. You think fight or flight. So you have to train yourself to slow your mind down in that moment and say, hold up. I'm not making decisions based on comfort. I'm making decisions based on what I'm trying to become. And that's how you win. It's not by never feeling weak, but by controlling your mind when weakness shows up. Some people think belief is just look in the mirror and say, I'm the best. Man, that ain't enough. That might work for 10 minutes. Real belief is built, y'all. Belief is a stack of receipts. Belief is to hell, I didn't fold. I showed up when I didn't feel like it. I kept my word when nobody was watching, and I did the hard thing again, and again. That's why you become confident. Not because you scream affirmations, but because you can look at your life and say, evidence. So if you want belief, man, you got to earn it. I appreciate y'all watching this video today. Somebody hit that like button. Somebody hit subscribe and follow the channel. I'm trying to give you real world advice. I know I'm a trucking channel. I know that all I do is trucking, but sometimes I got to get this other stuff out here because it's true. Another thing, talking gives you dopamine, just talking. You tell everybody, I'm about to change. I'm about to start. I'm about to do this. I'm about to level up. And it feels good. But when that alarm clock goes off, and suddenly you're not that guy anymore. Listen, a lot of people love the dream, but they hate the details. The dream is easy, but the work, it's hard. The dream is, I'm going to be great. The work is early mornings, boring routines, discipline, eating right, eating just meat for a year, no applause, consistency, being misunderstood. You want to level up? Move in silence, work in silence, build in silence. Let your results do the talk. Now let me say this. Stay hungry, y'all, but stay humble. Humility means you don't walk around acting like you're better than other people, because the second you start thinking you're above, you're already failing. Some of the realest people in the world are quiet. They don't announce their wins, okay? They don't need attention, okay? They don't need attention. They just work, they serve. That's strength right there, y'all. To keep the hunger, but stay humble inside. You gotta stay humble, y'all. If somebody understands what I'm saying right now, I need you to hit that like button right now, okay? Hit the like button. I need you to subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to give you real talk here, okay? I'm trying to give you real talk. Let me give you something powerful, okay? When someone dies, they do an autopsy to find out what happened, right? But what most people never do, What most people never do is a live autopsy on themselves while they're still alive. What are you talking about, Shawn? I'm meaning when I'm dying inside, when I'm stuck, why do I keep repeating cycles? Why do I keep going back to the same poison? Why do I keep sabotaging my own progress? Some of you are alive, but you're not living. You're existing, working, scrolling, escaping. So do I live? Do I do a live autopsy? Ask yourself, what do I avoid? What triggers me? What is Shawn afraid to face? What does my daily routine say about me? Where am I lying to myself? And that's how you get free right there. I'm telling you. I'm not telling you to go out there and run 10, 20 miles every morning. I'm not telling you to become the best in the world overnight. I'm not telling you to lose 100 pounds. But what I am telling you is this. Do something that sucks every day. Something small that proves to your mind, I am in control. I do not fold. I don't run from discomfort. That could be wake up early. Walk even when you don't want to. It could be just drinking straight water. Eating clean. Maybe it's read 10 pages. Pray even when you feel numb. Apologize. Cut off that addiction. Whatever that addiction is. I want you to delete that app for 1 week. Silence the chaos. Clean your truck. Clean your room. Make your freaking bed, man. Clean your life up. Do something that sucks because that's how tough this is built. Let me close like this. Purpose is not something you find outside yourself. Okay? Purpose is not a relationship. Purpose is not a race or a trophy. The purpose is you, man. And the goal is to become the version of you that can have life. Because life is coming. More tests are coming. More storms are coming. And you better be training now. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get out of the noise. Get in the mental lab. Face yourself. Build that discipline. Build belief. Build proof. And when the alarm clock goes off tomorrow and your mind says no, you look back at your mind and you say, this is what we do now, all right? This is what we do. If that hits you, I need you to share it with somebody who's been slipping. If you want me to keep episodes on the way home every day or on the way in, I need you to comment right now the built. I love y'all. Y'all stay humble. Stay working, okay? It's your boy Shawn here.